when someone makes a herpes joke or whatever, or makes some sort of a judgment that triggers that self-judgment in you, can I use this as an opportunity for me to like breathe through this and release the judgment? Hi, I'm Adriel, creator of the Herpes Opportunity, which is all about positively shifting your mindset, disclosing to potential partners in a way that truly connects you, and ultimately finding the love that you want and deserve. Now you can check out the free ebook linked in the description below about having the talk. And now onto the video. I hope you enjoy it. You know, if we're talking about this in terms of a spectrum from, one side of like when you hear a herpes joke or someone that you're hanging out with, judges those dirty people with STDs or whatever. On one side of the spectrum, it's like you're just completely quiet about it. You kind of just internalize it. And then in the other end of the spectrum, it's like you're all out. You're like, hey, I have herpes. Let me educate you about this. Really all like, and there, like I said before, there is no right or wrong. If you are on one side of the spectrum where it is more internal, then make sure that what is happening internally is actually a healing process, as opposed to creating more anger, creating more resentment, creating just creating more pressure inside than there already was because of the inherent like shame and stigma that unfortunately does seem to come with herpes, right? Have it be when someone makes a herpes joke or whatever, or makes some sort of a judgment that triggers that self-judgment in you, see that as the opportunity that it is for you to recognize, oh, their judgment is actually pinging this in me. It's waking this self-judgment up in me that is equal and opposite of the judgment that they're carrying about it. Can I use this as an opportunity for me to like breathe through this and release the judgment? Might not release all of it in that one go, right? It's a practice, it's a process over time. But ironically, those moments where it gets triggered and you hear that herpes joke and it's like, ooh, I wish I wouldn't have heard that because this doesn't feel good, is actually an opportunity to release it because it's right there in your face. It's like, I want to do my part to like dispel this stigma, right? As a fellow representative here. But it feels too vulnerable. It feels like too much for me to have the expectation that every time I encounter someone who makes a herpes joke that I now have to say something about it, or I feel guilty, right? Or I beat myself up for not being courageous, right? That ironically will be the antithesis of the kind of progress that you want to make, whether it be your own healing or the healing of our collective, societal judgment, and stigma, right? So treat it as this, as a worthy goal of like, okay, I want to find the balance between, and I think that's what you were speaking to, of like, if someone were to say something, then maybe instead of saying it in the moment, I can get their number or send them a message on Facebook or whatever. You find that balance between the amount of out you want to be about it and the amount of privacy you still want to have. And that when you honor both of those, the in and the out, then that is a healthy process that, you may become more and more out because of that. Or you may find that there is a balance that you like to stick in. Like, okay, I'm never going to make an announcement at a party, maybe, but maybe I am the person who, like, my comfort zone is to like reach out to someone one-on-one after the fact. Right. And that there's nothing wrong with that you're not giving TED Talks doesn't mean you're any less than, you know what I mean? So regardless of how you are going to respond, first do that inner work that I mentioned a few minutes ago of using this as an opportunity to first do your inner work before you make the comment to them, whether it be live and in person right after they say something, or you wait until that evening to reach out to them, that you still use that time of being triggered, whatever part of you gets awakened of like, oh, ouch, I'm one of those dirty people with herpes, or whatever that self-judgment is in you, that you use it up as an opportunity to that is being awakened, so that you can then work through it and like release it more. And the best way to do that is to relax into it, right? Relax into it and notice that it is just a belief, that it's not true, unless you hang on to it as truth, right? That in and of itself, whether you say something to them or not, you will be doing your own work of destigmatizing yourself, which in the long run is going to destigmatize the world. When enough of us can destigmatize ourselves, then that's the ripple effect. Well, I hope you got a lot out of that video. And if you did, please let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and keep an eye out for more videos just like this.